I don't know why, but sometimes I have my wild 5 minutes. I'm sitting here preparing this video and I just had a flash of inspiration. I'm assuming that it's because of the magic of Ephemerember. I mean, the month Ephemerember is really close in front of us, isn't it? It's probably because of that. And I feel the need to share this idea with you. So if you need some things to decorate your Christmas presents, and not only decorate them, but also customize them and make them more personal and especially artsy. And if you need something to write the name of the person who shall receive the present, then this video is for you, because today we are going to create some clusters for Christmas presents with labels and tags and some other tiny bits and pieces. Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel. Thanks for joining me today. It looks a little bit like a bomb has fallen to my desk, but that is good because of that bomb, I have all of these Christmas cards ready to go and ready to go to people I love. If you have missed the video where we made these, please check out the description box of this video. I have linked the other video down below for you there. And all of these cards and also what we are going to create today are made with a brand new printable from my shop, which is called Last Minute Christmas. That's an ephemera pack, and it's meant to, be creative in the last minutes before Christmas, but without this stress. This term, Last Minute Christmas, I used that on purpose because I wanted to show you that you can create something really, really nice within a few minutes, that you can have fun, but without this stress that you would expect when you hear Last Minute Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully. The item Last Minute Christmas ephemera pack is linked down below this video, of course, so that you can check that out. And if you want to know more and more ideas, please check out the other video. It's linked down below in the description box as well. There you can find how these cards were made. So let's go into today's project. Let's first quickly talk about my flash of inspiration, because how I want to do today's idea has to do with the fact that I have a YouTube channel. Perhaps you think now, well, what does that have to do with myself? That can be, but listen, perhaps the fact that I have a YouTube channel and my flash of inspiration can be helpful for you as well, because it could be similar for you, like for myself. These presents I made are fake. I have told you about that in my last video already. These are just some books. Here's even, look, something like this, because I did this for the video so that I have the possibility to show you the features of this wrapping paper that you can get with the ephemera pack really well, that I have examples where I can put things on to show you. But these are not my real Christmas gifts I want to gift to people. And it could happen that you perhaps watch this video and you don't have Christmas presents at this time, but you still want to buy or craft something that you then want to gift. And that is exactly what I thought when I prepared this video. I thought, okay, when I want to make these clusters and put them on my presents, and first I thought I want to glue them to these fake gifts. Then I have them here, but what do I then have for my real Christmas presents later? Yeah, because when I glue them here and when my little video series here is finished and I have all of my videos recorded, what do I do then? I unwrap these books, put them back into my shelf, and then I have this loose wrapping paper there with the clusters on, and that is probably weird, because what do I do with that stuff then? And then I had this like light bulb moment. How do you say that in English? You know, when you get this idea of creating the clusters separately and don't glue them down here, and just make some clusters that you then can later on use to decorate your presents and to write the name for whom the present is. But then you can put them in your stash and you can take them out when you have your package in your hand and you need the cluster. That is genius. I mean, it's just a tiny thing, but I think those tiny things make our lives sometimes a little easier. So let's do this. I have these little containers here where I have put the several different components of the printable in, so that I have a little, like, yeah, they are sorted in my kind of way. And here in this thing there are these labels. You have already seen them in the last video where we have used some of these for, or I think one of these, for making an envelope. Shall we perhaps take this one with the wreath? Oh, it doesn't really matter, but there are different designs available in the ephemera pack. And then there are also these tags. Some are really neutral. They all say for and from, where you can then, you know, write the name. Some of them are neutral and some of them have these tiny Christmas decoration on them. Oh, here are two of the neutral ones as well. Here another one with the Christmas decoration. Shall we perhaps take this neutral one? Or I have the feeling that one of these things will get grungy. So let's take this one here with the brown. And then I also have made these tags for the ephemera pack. They are meant to use for gifts which are handmade, obviously, because this label says handmade with love. They also have these, you know, things to eat on them, these little cupcakes, and this shall be a little poinsettia cookie. Can you see there's this dough underneath and this Christmas tree cupcake, so that you can put these labels, these tags also on presents where you have something to gift which you have made, which you can eat. Do you know what I mean? So shall we? Decisions. I really love this Christmas tree cupcake, but I think today I am not in this green mode. So let's perhaps choose another one. We had this little guy on one of the cards we made in the last video, so perhaps we can use him. Yeah, so we have these. I also have all of these little quotes and, you know, these sentiments in here, so that we can perhaps use some of those as well. And the fuzzy cut images are here, these houses, and also, you know, these cupcakes and the gingerbread man, which you can fuzzy cut. Yeah, so let's first take these and let's see what we can do with them. Of course, you could do this whole thing by putting way more of these labels and tags on your table and do everything I show you here on more than 3 of these at once. But, you know, for this video and for making examples, 3 is enough for me. But if I would do this without the camera, I would probably do even more at the same time. Because, you know, when you already have all the things on your desk, why can't you make more? It would make sense in my eyes to just make a whole bunch of these. In my last video where I showed you this ephemera pack, I have used, yeah, nothing, I would say nothing else than the printable and some glue and my sewing machine. In this video, I want to go a little further so that we have also, yeah, a nice variety of ideas with these videos. And I will ink these edges with a little bit of Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, but this is optional, of course. You can also do it exactly like I did it in the other video and just use the pieces without any distressing, without any stamping, without any whatever. That would also, of course, look nice. And now I want to take what I have laying around on my desk, and that is this. This is my basket of scraps. In this basket there is everything I have left over from other projects. If I flip through this, then you can perhaps also recognize different things from videos. This here, for example, well, if you have seen that video, perhaps you then have still a little problem with your stomach like I had when I did that. But yeah, well, let's see, what do we have? This is from a really weird experiment. I still have that here. I wanted to show you something, but as you can see, you know, it went a little wrong. And don't search for the video. It is not available yet because I have to practice some things and find some things out before I can show you that. But what I'm trying to say is, in this basket there's everything I have from projects, or I have also some deconstructed things like this here, for example. And that is exactly what I want to use. I want to search for things. This, for example, I got in a Happy Mail. I want to search for things which would make sense to build a cluster with these tags and labels. And for that, you can, of course, take whatever you have, whatever you want. Ooh, this is from Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. Really crazy color, but somehow it pops to my eye. So ooh, here's another one in the same color. Barbara, I need more of these. Let's see. This is also from Barbara. I think perhaps there's already a lot and perhaps already enough. She said it is enough, and she searched further. Ooh, a little star. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. So what I'm trying to say here is, use what you have, and you especially use up what you have. Choose things from your stash which are, yeah, they're like forever. This scrap here, for example, I have that forever. I have, that has a reason, because I have hoarded it because I like it so much. But you know, there somehow must come this day where you use those things up, and I think this is a good possibility to do that. Oh, it hurts a little bit to tear that. So let's perhaps do it like this. Do you need the same design of scraps for each of these? No, definitely not, but somehow I like this. This is perhaps a little bit long. Let's do it like that. Let's perhaps first decide about these, if they are allowed to play this game or not. Oh, okay, so that is also something. Use the scraps from your stash. Use what you have laying around, because I have never expected that I would like this so much. I mean, this flower from Barbara is absolutely gorgeous, but I have not expected that I would like it in combination with this Christmas theme. But that shows that it's really worth it to take out the things you have laying around and just play around with them. Perhaps like this. When I have some pieces where I like the arrangement, I take a stapler and I just staple in here so that they can't move anymore. Later on, I also want to go to my sewing machine with these pieces. If you don't have a sewing machine, don't freak your freak. Just take a little bit of glue and glue everything together. That's of course also possible. But I like this method with the stapler because, look, when you take these and you like the arrangement and made the decision that this shall be like so, You can staple it, but you have still the possibility to tuck pieces in between here. And that makes the layering for such a cluster way easier, in my opinion. I wish I had a 2. Where is, because here's the 5, where is this container with these little, here. Would it make sense to take one of these little things which say 25? Well, oh, this is a really international Christmas cluster now. Do you understand? I mean, in some areas there is Christmas on the 24th, and in some areas there's Christmas on the 25th. So, you know, now we have the 24 and the 25 here. Oh, I like that. That makes me happy. Let's ink this so that it stands out a little more here on the top of this thing. And then we can take this and staple in here. And of course you could also do all of these like more fancy things with your scraps. I am talking about embossing, a ton of stamping or so. But in this case, you know, these things, I mean, he is already texture paste, and this is mica spray, and he is also texture paste and some mediums. I think that is the beauty of using your scraps, because then you can skip all of those steps with stenciling, texture paste, you know, because you already have that on the scraps. And later on, when this whole thing is finished, it looks like you have done that right in the moment when you created this. I mean, all the stenciling and the things with the paste or so. That is a little cheating, but it's a good way of cheating, isn't it? Oh, yes, I think that is very good. Perhaps we can save this little thing, which I just have torn there, for putting that somewhere here. So what do you want to tell me? This color is really strange. Ooh, but in combination with this green, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Oh, I love that. And I think I want to use this whole piece. Oh, that is very surprising. Oh, it also works with these colors here, and this is really nice together. And perhaps we can then take this and put that behind there, but for that I will use some glue, so that we have this color from here as well. I wish I had a third piece of this color, but I don't. Okay. I don't. But this little star fits pretty well to this color. But not here. Yeah, it wants to be here, but it wants to have something else. I have also my little basket of lace and fabric scraps here. This is something I have next to my sewing machine, and every time when I have something which is left over, then I throw that in here. And all of these like tiny bits and pieces can be really helpful for something like this, I would say. Let's then add this and then this. This is not finished, but sometimes it helps me to hop from one piece to the other. I mean, what am I doing here? I do this nearly simultaneously. So then, you know, you are automatically hopping from one piece to the other. But that can be really helpful, I think, because then you have a little distance to that piece while you are working on this, and then later on you see that piece with totally different eyes. Ooh, this is a little bit too blue, isn't it? I mean, for a child, this would be nice, but this is, I think it's the wrong color in combination with this cool flower here. Or perhaps not the wrong color, but too much of that color. I also have a smaller piece. Here the colors are a little differently. The silver is more massive than the other colors. Yeah, this fits better here. But I think before we can decide if we want to add some of that, we need something else in the background so that it is a little more neutral in the background. That doesn't want to work. Let's see if some gold can perhaps help. I have the feeling that, yeah, that works better. That here we need something which is, yeah, longer and slim, because this whole thing is like long and slim. But somehow I don't want to give up on this. Perhaps this has just the wrong shape, and perhaps it's just too much. Look. Let's put it here so that it looks like the flower is growing out there.
Soft glow of lights on evergreen, memories in stocking scene. These precious moments so serene, our heartfelt Christmas yet unseen.
No need for shops, we craft with care. Loves in the gifts we prepare. Mistletoe kisses in the air. Time slows down, a moment rare.
Oh, this last minute Christmas cheer, when love and joy are ours to share. Twinkling lights and starry nights, bringing warmth beyond compare. Oh, this last minute Christmas cheer, when love and joy are ours to share. Twinkling lights and starry nights, bringing warmth beyond compare. Homemade treats with love imbued, laughter fills our gratitude. Every moment's value renewed in this Christmas interlude.
Carols sung with gentle cheer, loved ones gathering near. Time may pass but love stays here, cherished moments year to year.
Oh, this last minute Christmas cheer, when love and joy are ours to share. Twinkling lights and starry nights, bringing warmth beyond compare. In these final moments bright, we craft our love with all our might. Each gesture, big or small, a treasure for one and all. This last minute Christmas cheer, when love and joy are ours to share. Twinkling lights and stars.
Okay, and then I want to take these things and go to my sewing machine. Oh, and oh my goodness, look how wonderfully placed this star is here. Look. That is really cool. I will go to my sewing machine now and sew over here. Yeah, well, randomly, but at the same time with a little bit of thinking, because the sewing shall on the one hand be a decoration for these, and on the other hand it will then hold everything together, because you have seen that I have not used so much glue, yeah, nearly no glue. So the sewing is obviously also for, yeah, holding everything together. So here I'm back from my sewing machine. If you want to sew your clusters and you have staples, used staples like I did here, please make sure that you don't ruin your sewing machine and that you don't break the needle of your sewing machine. I did this by sewing, and you know, when the foot of my sewing machine was, for example, here, I went with my finger along here, like, you know, like so. This is the foot and this was my finger, and then I could feel where the staples are, and so that I didn't accidentally sew through them. That was really easy, and I think, yeah, that is doable. And now these look like this, and they are completely, you know, the pieces are attached to each other. But I want to go a step further, and I have taken out some Christmas stamps to put a little bit of something here and there. I think on this some stars would make sense. I have this set here, which is called Jolly Holiday CMS 474 by Stampers Anonymous and Tim Holtz, and I think these stars are perfect. I want to take some Archival Ink Jet Black, but please feel free to choose whatever color you like. I think here with this black it could make sense to have these stars in black as well, just to get some more details here. Perhaps we could also stamp some on these flowers so that they turn into Christmas flowers. Barbara, I hope that is okay for you. I always feel a little bit weird when I do something like this. Ooh, what do you want here? I mean, putting something else to pieces someone else has created, that feels always a little weird. But look, this is perfect. I mean, they have been perfect before the stamping as well, yeah, don't get me wrong. But now they fit to the theme really well. Is this already enough? I think I also want to have some tiny bit of script. For that I've chosen this set here, Festive Collage CMS 459. And these, obviously it would make no sense to put the whole, I mean, what am I talking here? It could make sense. Oh, I mean, what the heck? Is it possible? Sorry, my brain is working faster than my words can come out from my mouth. I just wanted to say I want to use fragments of this stamp. Originally I thought I want to stamp them here to the tag, but now I think, would it be possible if I take a stamping platform? I think I need a schnapps first. Shall I do that? I mean, how cool would that look if it would be possible to stamp this over these flowers and make them one? But here it's really fat, and I have absolutely no idea if that could work. But do you know what? I will try it. I hope that this is not the moment where I have to say goodbye to these flowers, but yeah, let's see. Oh, my nerves are already completely wrecked. So let's see. How could this look good? I mean, it would need to go somehow here to the stem of Barbara's flower with this. I will stand up from my chair to be able to press really hard on this, because I know that the levels of these things are not the same. Uh-oh. That was not enough ink. I think I have to refill my ink pad. Perhaps we can just do it multiple times and then get a nice and really black result. If I could make this not happened. I would definitely do it. I would not do this again, but on the other hand, I'm happy that I did it because now I can see what I don't like so much. I don't say that I don't like it at all, but it's probably a little bit too heavy. But perhaps we can, because here I like it, and I especially like that you can see these Christmas flowers here really well and still see the shape of the other flower, and that here are only the stars that make them still belong together, but at the same time they are different, and this one is more in the foreground than it was before. But here is a little bit too busy because here's too much going on. But what if we let this dry and then put something else over here?
Homemade treats with love imbued. Laughter fills our gratitude. Every moment's value renewed in this Christmas interlude.
Carols sung with gentle cheer, loved ones gathering near. Time may pass, but love stays here. Cherished moments year to year.
Oh, this last minute Christmas cheer when...
And do you know what I just realized? When you have made these and you have put them to your Christmas gift and gifted the gift, when the other person who gets the gift is also a paper crafter, the person could use this to make something else from that. I mean, the person could just take that, what am I doing here? Could just take that off from the gift. And this, I mean, look, this would be a nice cover for a Christmas journal, a mini Christmas journal, or even a bigger one. You could use that as a journal topper as well. Make a bigger cover, bigger than this is, I mean, and then put this piece on top. I mean, yeah, that is really, I think that is really nice. Oh. Mark this day in your calendar, please. If you know, you know. I will now glue this bow. It's a bow, yeah? Can we please just think a second about that? It's a bow. Oh my goodness. What is happening to me? I will glue this down now. This is really nice. Okay, I will put this aside so that the bow can dry. Let's go on with this. What do you want from me?
Time may pass, but love stays here. Cherished moments year to year.
Oh, this last minute Christmas cheer when love and joy are ours to share. Twinkling lights and starry nights bringing warmth beyond compare. In these final moments bright, we craft our love with all our might. Each gesture, big or small, a treasure for one and all. This last minute Christmas cheer when love and joy are ours to share. Twinkling lights and starry nights, our hearts full.
And now I'm realizing that I wanted to do something here, but I missed doing that. But I think we can still manage to do that. I want to put a ribbon through that hole there of the tag. If I was more clever, then I would have done that in the beginning of this project. But perhaps this could give us another nice addition. This makes it, in my opinion, pretty harmonious. And we have this green color, which we have here already. Again, that is really nice. Okay, let's think about some splatters next. Okay, then we can let this dry. So when we have made these, and please imagine you have made even more of these, because as I said in the beginning, you could even make a whole bunch of these, not only 3. Then you can take your present, which you have wrapped into wrapping paper, and you can put that on here. This is, I would say, the perfect size for this. I really like that it covers the whole gift, because that, in my opinion, it makes it even more artsy. But even on a smaller, on a bigger package, this would look really, really cool. This has the advantage, I mean, the visual advantage, that we have another layer with the wrapping paper, and that we can see, yeah, somehow a frame from this wrapping paper around the whole cluster. Also really nice. So let's put this on here. I will do this really strategically now, so that you can see all of the different versions, how that could look. Oh, this is also nice, especially with the oxidation on this little piece here. This is also made with oxide ink refiller. That fits really well to this turquoise in the background. What would you do if you have something like this? If your present is like so, and the proportion of this is like so, you could consider, I will not do it because then I would need to fold it here, and then I can't get it back, do you know? Then it's not flat anymore. But please imagine you would just fold it here and then attach it to the gift. That would still work, I think. In this case, yeah, you could even do it like so, and then you could also take a ribbon or so and put that over here and around the whole thing, and press this down a little bit or tape it down. I mean, this is paper, it's flexible, yeah, that would still work. This would probably be a little bit weird if you would put it to this smaller package here, but let's try something. What if you would do it like this? Then it's like somehow a surprise, which this gift is now at first glance hiding. Yeah, this is hidden then, you know, my weird English. You could then even take, since we have, we have here only this little label. Here you could write, for example, a little message or so, additionally to Merry Christmas. And then you could consider to take either one of these and put that additionally on here, wrap a ribbon around, and then, you know, everything would be attached to each other and it could not fall apart. This is one of the more neutral tags from the set, but there are also some which have this Christmas pattern. I think this would be even more interesting. Ooh, look, by coincidence, can you see it? By coincidence, this line here on the tag is lined up with the line on the plaid here, and that looks, I like that. I like that it is red here, and the other colors here, that looks like even like a little tin or so. Looks like you could take this off, but perhaps that is only my eye that tells me that. If there was, like, for example, a little cake or so in this package, or some sweets which you have made by yourself, like some handmade candy, handmade cookies, or whatever, you could do it like so. Even one of these round, that is perhaps also a little bit big, but you could print this smaller. But I think you can imagine what I mean, can't you? You can still use the components from this printable and mix and match this whole thing like you want. Even, for for example, like so, and then you could take, for example, one of these. I would probably print this a little smaller than as well. Or there's also this plain one, which you could use to put here and write something. So then let's put this here. Here I would do the same trick, just bend it a little bit or fold it here on the edges and then wrap a ribbon around. If you would have something which is even bigger than this, you could also consider making a whole banderole around such a gift. So then this thing, can you please, I mean, I know that you are really honest people and you are a really great and especially honest community, but could you please give me an honest feedback about this? What is this in your eyes? Is that weird? I mean, these colors, I don't know what I shall think about this, but this would work here like so. Here with this one, I would probably not do it like this, but that is also why I talked about my little flash of inspiration in the beginning, because when you make these loose and you have a bunch of these and you can then decide which one is the best for the size of your gift, yeah, then you would probably just take this and your problem would be solved, yeah. Then the person doesn't get this because this is too big for this, yeah. But do you know what I mean? I really like that you then can, yeah, also have a little like playing time while you are wrapping the presents. That makes me always happy when I can take something and put that into wrapping paper and play around with decorations like this. I'm just thinking here, for example, I mean, that would work here probably as, oh yes, look, that would work here as well. You could take this and I will not do it. Same reason like before, because this is so thick. If I would use this on here or on here, I would fold it here so that it then goes here like so and here like so. Take a ribbon and then this is just amazing. That would work here as well. Just put it diagonal on here like so and then put it around here. I think here on this turquoise one, I like this even better. You will see more ideas with this printable in my upcoming videos, and I'm really hoping that you will follow me on that as well. And yeah, perhaps you want to leave a comment what you think about this. See you the next time and have a very great and creative day. Bye bye.